unanimous sportswear. Sponsors of Drop the Puck. Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome to Drop the Puck. We're here at Planet Ice Widnes for the matchup between the Widnes Wild and the Sheffield Senators. Two teams who've battled each other as recently as last night, Ben. Wild coming away with 9-1 win convincingly. But they match up again tonight, just 24 hours later. Are we going to see much of the same?
Do you know what, Gary? I really don't know. It's hard to call. Sheffield came out the blocks early on in the season really well, had a good run, and then came up against the likes of D-side that we thought on paper would have turned, would have been a Senators win, and shock, D-side came away with a W there, and it sent ripples in the league, and we thought, okay, maybe, we're going to see a different side tonight. I think one of the things that's different that will play majorly into tonight's game is the fact of the size of the rink, and I know we talk about it all the time here at Widnes, but a smaller rink suits the high impact and speedy teams. Whether that's what Sheffield are, I don't know, it's yet to be seen. The more technical Sheffield, really.
Well, say that. Of course, coming into this tonight, Widnes standing in 5th place, Sheffield in 4th, so it's a vital game tonight. Obviously, Widnes have only played 4 games less than their opponents tonight, but nevertheless, coming with a form of 5 from their last 5. Sheffield only win 2 of their last 5. So, of course, everything's stacked in favour of Widnes tonight. 9-1, as we've already said earlier, but key players on the ice for them last night. Hadjek got a hat-trick and got Dicknell, a guy always ever present, got 2. Tarpley with 2. Just those 3 names alone, you kind of expect that to be a similar thing tonight.
Yeah, Matt Tarpley's having a great first season here at Widnes. Sean Dicknell, we spoke about him last week. He's the dark horse, this guy. He keeps his mouth shut, keeps his gloves clean, and does all the talking on the ice, banging them in the net. And then obviously, Hadjek's been around for a couple of seasons now and knows where to put the points. But I think the guy you've got to keep an eye on for Widnes tonight is the new signing, and that's Dan Hyde, or Dan Hyde. I'm still working on the pronunciation. But Danny obviously comes from experience in the German leagues, and obviously the European players tend to do really well in this league. One thing I will say is, just seeing him in warm-ups, he's looking, really good. So got some good stick skill, quite nippy on the skates. So I think he could be a handful for Sheffield tonight.
Well, it would be certainly a vital addition to this really impressive Wild team. On the other side of the puck, who Sheffield brought with them?
Well, Sheffield have got the number 3 scorer with them at the moment, and that's going to be the focus for the Wild defence, and that's Tom Humphreys. And I think with Tom, the guy knows where the back of the net is, and despite his frame, he can move well. So he uses that to his advantage. He muscles his way past defenders rather than using his speed. He's got support, though, in the likes of Truls Loan and guys like that, and Nathan Parks-Britton. But I think, Humphreys is going to be the guy to key on tonight.
Well, of course, as we've already said, Wild have got a few games in hand, and it's vital that they win these games in hand, and this is no exception. This is one of these games they need to win if they're going to look for one of those top 4 spots, or even retain the championship, Ben. But has Sheffield got the measure of them? Will they make it a difficult game tonight? Without further ado, I think it's time to go down to the ice, and it's time to drop the puck.
And the first period's underway, and immediately Wild do well to knock that puck forward. It's going to be received by Sheffield. Travels behind the net, and we're going to get an icing call early. Back down into the Sheffield zone. Humphreys and Maurer in the face-off circle. Humphreys immediately kicks out the zone once more. Controls lone, puts the rockets on, gets round Kemp. Oh, goes into the boards hard. I think they were looking for a tripping call. The Harmony official is up. They're calling it icing. Kemp just making sure Lone's all right.
Well, who was it that went in the board?
Jules Lone.
Yeah, it seems to be okay. You'll never make dancing on ice, mate.
Face off now. Oh! Wild zone, early shot. And first sign of rubber tonight for Pearson in between the pipes. Hughes does well. Shrugs his check off. But immediately, Ahern, who's sporting the number 7 shirt tonight, turns that back round. Reiter couldn't clear the zone. It's been dumped back in once more by Hughes. Toth puts it on net, but Ahern just takes that out of the way of Hartley. And now immediately looking to go up the other way. Weeks plays it off the board. It's picked up by Jackson. Dumps it back in once more. Hardjack chases it down into the corner. Tries to find a quick pass as Jackson was skating in, but it's picked up once more by Rogers. Turned round. And again, back and forth. Loose puck picked up. Dumped into the zone there by Templar. And Toth is just going to calmly pick that up and take behind his net, create space, tries to find Dittmall on the overlap. Puck runs wide, we're going to ourselves an icing. And Gary, quite a bit of pace off the out the blocks.
Well, it looks like Widnes trying to continue where they left off last night.
Face-off will be in the Widnes zone. Humphreys does well to dump it into the corner. Jackson turns it around for Hardjack. Hardjack gets his head up. Big stretch pass finds Dittmall. Dittmall goes to knock it on there for Clancy, but it's picked up by Jordan. Again, Jackson holds it out in front of the Senators bench. Miscommunication, knocked forward there. And that was Parks Britton, knocked it forward. Humphrey shot. Pearson manages to get his body in the way. Toth lays it back for Dittmall. Dittmall uncharacteristically gives it away to Humphreys. Leg pad save.
And already Sheffield asking questions.
Lone back on the ice, doing well, mixing it up with Jackson. Puck clears the wild zone. And Proctor forced all the way back into his own zone.
Well, Sheffield certainly won't want to be on the end of a similar result to last night. They'll have done their homework, surely. Fresh in their mind of what Widnes are capable of.
Humphreys dumps it on for Rogers. Sam Rogers. Cut out there is door slammed shut by Kemp. Now back the other way. Picked up there by Bell. Bell tries to knock it on for Rogers. Brace Girdle does well. Tries to knock it forward for Tarpley. Ratcliffe seals himself to the boards and stops that puck going any further. Great an opportunity as Haid. First time on the ice tonight. Let's see what he's got. Weaves his way through, takes a shot.
Oh, it nearly tapped in there.
And what an absolute start that would have been to his home debut.
Yeah, he was twisted and turning like a twisty-turny thing.
Another shot on, easy save for Hartley. And Danny Haid already looking dangerous for this Widnes Wild team.
I think it's given him that extra edge, Ben.
Clearing the puck out into neutral ice, calmly picked up there by Weeks, lays it back as Ahern once more, takes his time, knocks it forward, picked up there by Britton, Parks Britton, does well. Given over again to Haid, Weeks puts it into the corner, Tarpey regains possession for the Wild, once more into the corner. Haid plays it well, Hughes!
It looked like it was in then.
Oh, Tarpey, apologies, I thought it was Hughes, it's Tarpey. Now it's gone back to Hughes. Off the board again, Armstrong. Clever play back as we have a quick forward change of line. G on the ice now. But that's going to go for an icing call. And what a shift that was there by Dan Haid, the import for Wild.
Yeah, you see there on the replay, just grabs that puck, twisting and turning, and losing those Senator players before he takes a nice shot on net.
Face-off Wild zone, left-hand side of Pearson. Good draw in there by Mauer. Armstrong on the boards, decides he's going to have a go, digs it out, tries to play it forward. Mauer comes in for support once more. Armstrong knocks it back for him. Mauer does well to get it past two of the Senators players. Armstrong drags it onside. Calls for offside, but Rogers is taking no time. He's turning his puck around immediately. Finds Tobias Reiter. Reiter up the wing. Cut out by Bez Hughes. Hughes tried to find Hayjack on the break. Not happy with the official there on that one. Hayjack now far side in possession. Kemp just gets his body in the way and gives Hayjack some breathing space. Now Dipnell, the dark horse of the Wild team, does all his talking to him and points, puts him on the board and out in front again.
Oh, nobody there to tap that one in.
Sheffield forced to dump the puck away once more, straight into the stick of Jackson. Plays it over, Dipnell. Dipnell lays it on. Clancy skates it in, slams the brakes on, lays off for Dipnell, takes a shot straight into the chest of Hartley. Once more in the Sheffield defensive zone. Tarpey and Humphreys go in for the face-off again. Tarpey wins. Big wind-up shot in from Worthington Evans there.
Little deflection off Humphreys as well.
And Haid gets the puck out in front. Another shot in again. It's down in front. Hartley does well to get down. Otley straight over. Can he clear it out? Managed to do so. Oh, it's come off a player. They're saying it's out of play. Delay a game. We'll see. There's appeals from the Wild.
Yep. Looks like he's giving it.
We have got a skater going to the box for the Senators. Yeah. It's Brooke Smith, which means for the first time tonight, we've got our first power play and it goes in the favour of the Wild. So Wild on the power play. Puck drops in the Senators' defensive zone. Penalty assessed to the Sheffield Senators. And it goes delaying game. So here they go. Wild. Hayjack loses the puck. Now finds it, goes over the blue. Into the corner, taking his time. Lays it off for Dipnell. Dipnell doesn't like what he sees, decides to go back. Lays it off. Quick shot in from Jackson. Ooh. Out in front was Hayjack looking for somebody to tap that in. It's come off Jackson once more. Wild out the zone. Senators doing well. Otley there trying to get a stick in. Big body on from ahead on Hayjack. Clancy fighting away to get it off those boards. Picked up there by Tarpey. Tarpey immediately tries to dump it forward. Gets out the way of Jackson, but the Senators have done it and they've turned it round, and Humphrey sees an opportunity. Pearson's out of his net. Oh. Big pass down to Dipnell. Can Dipnell do something with it? He's crowded out immediately by the blue shirts. Lays it off. Hayjack's picked it up. Hayjack trying to find 1-2. Oh, Tarpey and Hayjack. It's shit on the corner of the post.
Oh my goodness.
And Sheffield Senators must have Lady Luck sitting on their shoulders.
Well, Hartley has got to thank his defence there, because they managed to thwart those Wild players. That puck was bouncing around all over the place and ends up just bouncing off the goalpost.
Face-off gets us back underway. 37 seconds remain in the power play. Another shot on, easily dealt with by Hartley this time. Senators manage to clear the zone. Haid does well. Puts it forward to Clancy. Clancy skates it in. Taking the time, looking for the pass. Again out in front, looking for the
nice turn.
Haid looking for the backhand on the pivot.
He's lethal with those.
Very reminiscent of Stu Brittle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what the Wild needed, another technical player like that.
Well, he's definitely got techers.
As we got a slashing call. So as one Senator leaves the box, another one enters. That's Aaron Bell. Penalty assessed to Aaron Bell, puts the Wild straight back on the power play. Pearson Out of his net, just aids that round to Ratcliffe. And here comes Hayjack. Rockets a full boost. Round the net. Lays it off for Dipnell. Dipnell tries to find Hayjack again. Inside, takes a shot. What a save, Mark Hartley. And you can see there now, they've put the pace of Ratcliffe at the back so we can make sure the Wild recover those pucks very quickly. As Hayjack once again faces up ice. Takes his time, you can see there Otley going with him. Ahern does well to get intersect there. Humphreys gets a stick on it, and that's great PK play by the Senators.
Yeah, talking of penalties, Ben, one of the things I did notice about Sheffield Senators is the penalties are widespread across their squad, and we're talking high numbers as well. So, as Mike Clancy mentioned in that last episode of Drop the Puck, the Wild are quite disciplined and are keen to keep it that way. Maybe they'll use that to their advantage tonight.
Again, Wild trying to put the puck in the zone, but it's turned around. We've got a break on with Reiter, sorry. Tobias Reiter, will he go? He does! Oh, what a save! Phil Pearson denies Doug Jordan. You'd have fancied that.
How that never went in. Oh.
A sure-handed goal avoided by the Wild. They turn, face back on ice with Dipnell. He's forced to dump it in as he go for a quick change.
It just goes to show, Ben, wounded animal, don't write them off. They can certainly strike back with a counter-attack of their own.
Sheffield now in charge of the puck once more. 5 seconds remain on the clock. Going all the way through there is Proctor.
Ooh, right across the face of the
penalty. It finishes as Bell back on the ice, full strength hockey.
Quick line change by the Senators.
And so far, the Wild really yet to capitalise on those opportunities as Jackson skates it into the corner. Otley doing well. Dug out there immediately by Humphreys once more. Tries to find Parks Britton, but Hughes is going to be the first man there for the Wild. Takes his time, plays it off the boards, gives it away to Otley. Otley, head up, decides to go over to Bell. Bell back over once more. Plays it forward.
The Wild are going to be careful of those Senator stretch passes there.
Hughes. Finally managed to clear the zone, but it's dumped straight back in. Senators can't touch it. So Kemp takes his time to regain flow for the Wild. Great little pass there. You could see the pass intended from Armstrong to put that in the path of Mauer. And now dumped into the opposite corner. G leaves it for Armstrong. Armstrong rides the check. Back to G at the blue. Takes your shot low and hard. Apologies, Kemp, not G there. Now put that back over. Hughes takes a shot. Tries to pour at it, but Hartley puts it into the netting.
End-to-end stuff, Ben, and you've got to say, neither team getting a real grip on this game.
It is still the first period, 8:16 remain, still anybody's. Face-off, Sheffield zone, won by Rogers, dumped back immediately for Ahern, has his head up, plays it round Clancy, support Rogers once more. You've got Templar with him, still Rogers.
He's got some speed on him, that kid.
It's a little too much though as the Wild get themselves in there now. Clancy. Ahern gets over and shuts the door on him. Dicknell trying to chase that loose puck once more. Sam Rogers doing well. Breaks the zone.
Oh,
and that's comfortably into the glove there of Pearson, but you could see Bailey Templar was just skating in on him.
Yeah, you can't leave pucks loose like that in front of net, and luckily it's scooped up.
Face off right side of Pearson in the Wild defensive zone. Dug out there by Parks Britton as he's won the face off. Truls Loan with the shot and it's in! And Senators strike the first blow. Well, what a play that was. Little turn in the corner there by Parks Britton. Finds Truls Loan skating in. Picks the puck up all the time in the world to let that go. And beats Pearson.
And the Senators take a surprise. 1 goal lead here early in the first period. It's Witness Wild 0, Sheffield Senators 1.
Action back underway after that Truls lone goal. And now Ahern behind his net, looks to play it out, turns that over for G to comfortably receive to Kemp. Kemp plays that forward to Mauer, but has to dump it quickly. Now Mauer skating it forward. Off the skate there as Britton tries to do something with it. Hughes puts it back out in front of the Sheffield bench. Ahern decides to bring it over. Weeks puts it forward. Finds Reiter.
Ooh.
Reiter. Again, Humphreys with another shot. Little shove on Mauer. Picked up by G. Skating at pace. Chris G all in alone. He's done well to draw all the Senators in though. Allows a line change here for the Wild. Humphreys once more looking for that big saucer pass over the top. And we've got a call.
Strangely enough, this is one venue that's where the helium balloons are quite close to the roof.
Face-offers were back underway. Quickly won there by the Wild. Dipnell has to think quick and get that off to Hayjack. Great pressure coming from Sheffield.
Ooh.
Hayjack fighting away in the corner now with Proctor. Proctor has come out with it. He knocks it forward for Reiter. Reiter, opportunity. Well, that was a key poke away there by Jackson. Picked up now very quickly by Jordan. Jordan looks to play that in once more. Great body on there by Toth. Just shuts that play right down. Dipnell does well. Plays it over. Cut out by Sheffield. Toth under pressure from Reiter. Back with Hayjack. Clancy. Reiter once more. Intercepted by Jackson. Decides to dump that in. Jordan. As Dipnell. Taking his time. Finds Hayjack. Goes to go back door. Well read by Hartley.
Yeah, nobody at the back door there though.
Brace girdle. Once more Dipnell. Takes his time. Hayjack tries to jam it in. Loses his equipment in the process. Slashing calls coming. Which way is this going?
Looks like it's going on the Senators again.
Looks like Jordan's heading to the box.
Yeah, Douglas Jordan. They spend 2 minutes on the bench. And it gives the Witness Wild another power play opportunity.
So another power play for the Wild as that slashing call assessed to Doug Jordan. Jackson at the point. Finds Toth. 5 minutes 3 left in this period. Toth choosing to go round. And feeds that once more. Puck in. Hartley sees it. That was Tarky. Toth once more. Jackson.
Oh, it was high.
Haid was skating around there just in the low slot, looking for the rebound. Now Jackson takes his time. Stretch pass over. Cut out there by Humphreys. Jackson forced back to pick that up once more. Leaves it for Hayjack. Rogers shuts down Hayjack's sprint. And immediately Rogers has got that. And this is great penalty kill from Sheffield as they're just chewing up the clock on the Wild. Now 50 seconds of this power play remaining. And now 4 minutes on the dot in the period. Dipnell skates it into the zone. Tries to get over to Clancy. Once more cut out between Otley. Reiter to beat out Hayjack. Hayjack gets there though. Does well to hold him off. But that's exactly what Tobias Reiter needs to do. Just force Hayjack the other way. Here they come again though. Shot in. And that come off the mask of Hartley there. Neutralised face-off just out in front of the Sheffield bench. 24 seconds remain on the power play for the Wild. Jackson dumps it in. Bell's going to be first man there. Gets a stick on it. Tarpey keeps it alive. Clancy on the boards. Gives it out. Haid. Opportunity out in front. Couldn't get the stick out from underneath his skates with the puck.
I'll tell you what, Ben, I've got to say it. There's not much room either side of that netminder for Sheffield. That's a big old unit there filling the goal.
Mark Hartley. Been around the league a few seasons now. As Haid loses out on the face-off. Dipnell takes a shot.
Oh, it is! And as I said there, they find a spot just to the side.
And Haid with his opening goal. Well, will they give it to Haid or Dipnell?
Do you know what? I don't think Sean would object to him having it. Well, that's just what the Wild needed. It's tied things up here now. It's Widnes Wild 1, Sheffield Senators 1. We've got 3:13 remaining in this period.
And it's given to Hyde. So face off once more is the goal accredited to Danny Hyde, his opening goal here at the Wild's Den. Shot in immediately. Towards an offside call.
Yeah, Senators nearly responded straight away there.
And it's a hooking call. Oh, so it's gone the way of the Sheffield Senators as G goes to the box for hooking. Face off in the Wild defensive zone. First time tonight on the penalty kill. Ahern finds Otley. Otley takes his time through traffic off the blocker there of Pearson. Bell runs that round. Britton back to Lone. Lone in the corner. Back to Britton once more. Toth gets in there. Trying to find space to clear it. Does so. All the way down. And Ahern forced to go behind his net and to pick that up. Well, forecheck pressure there from Hayjack.
Oh, well stolen.
Ahern's gone through two of them. He's got support, leaves it for Lone. Lone couldn't get his stick down in time. There was an opportunity gone begging. And now Sheffield look to establish himself in the Wild zone. Josh Ahern doing well, taking time. Quick shot in from Humphreys.
Oh, well covered.
Pearson wraps that one up. Face off. Picked up there by the Wild. Forced out the zone. And away goes Clancy. Takes a shot.
Oh.
Hartley saw that last second.
Nice shot though, I must admit.
Well, MJ Clancy there. Absolutely blistering pace to jump on that loose puck. Gets down, cuts inside. Gets the puck on the sweet spot and lets one off.
Yeah, and Hartley gets that big frame behind it.
Picks up the face-off win again and again.
He's not slowing getting down.
Otley skated all the way back up. We're still 48 seconds remaining on the power play to Sheffield. There's 1 minute 42 left in the period. Holding up on the boards now. Find Otley coming out on the point. Shot in again. Pearson straight into the breadbasket. Face-off in the Wild zone is won by Sheffield as Bell takes a shot. Little stick redirect, it's off the side net in there. Toth quick to react, jumps on it, puts it out. Bell puts it straight back in though. Mao once more does well to backhand that all the way down the ice. 20 seconds remain on the power play. 1:16 in the period. And both teams leaving it late to make a move in this period. As Hyde knocks that on.
Nice little flick.
Mowat keeps the play alive for Wild. Finds Hyde immediately crowded out. Penalty expires on G. Into the final minute now. Can either team pinch a go-ahead goal in the dying minute? Hyde is left it from Mauer. Backhand to Hartley. Wow, Mark Hartley. I don't even think he realised where that was.
Well, I knew where it was. Right in the middle there. Because Hyde just taps out across the byline there. And
Mauer goes with the shot though.
Yeah, and Hartley just stood there like, that's gone. Right between his legs.
Tarpey, very quickly, tries to put it back in. 40 odd seconds now remain. Ahern.
Oh, he's giving it away. Oh.
Hyde does well to force that off Ahern. Given straight back though. Puts the body on. Tarpey does well to get back in there. Still Hyde goes to put it in once more. And Danny Hyde showing his signing's been worth it. Trying to clear out the zone desperately are Sheffield. They've managed to do so. Parks Britton takes a crack shot on the net, and we're going to get an icing call with 4.6 seconds remaining in the period.
Well, it's been close end-to-end stuff, Ben.
Mark Hartley using a few of his 9 lives early in this first period.
Very much so, yeah.
So, last action of the first period will be face-off to the right of Hartley. It's gone the way of Sheffield Senators. They hold it against the board there. And Gary, it took time to get going, but when it did, Lady Luck certainly got a lot to do with this game.
Yeah, it's goal apiece so far. It's been action all the way, but it's been some nice moves. And I've got to say, some nice pirouettes from the new signing for Widnes Wild that even Torben and Dean have been proud of. It's currently 1 apiece here at Widnes Wild. Join us after this short break.
Dunarmus Sportswear. Sponsors have dropped the puck. Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
We're underway immediately as Humphreys looks to go around. Oh, Kemp, and looked like he got a stick in the face there.
Yeah, looks like it was accidental. Humphrey apologised straight away to Kemp. Yeah,
Kemp not showing any aggression towards him.
Oh, he's having a word with the official though.
And no sooner as he started the period, Lee Kemp being forced to skate to the bench. So, neutralised face-off right out in front of us, conveniently. Hartley puts it into the corner. Jackson backhands that only to Britton, who's got no backhand. Boarding. Well, Humphreys is going to hand an opportunity to the Wild early on in this second period.
Well, things are not going Humphrey's way at all. That little accident there with Kemp And now he's sitting on the bench for 2 minutes.
Face off down in the Sheffield zone. Wild on the power play. And they're working that round well. Jackson at the point. Looking for the deflection there was Hayek. Dipnell. Back to Hayek. Dipnell once more. Decides to gingerly chip that in. I think he was waiting for Tarpey to skate onto it. And then once more, they put that back in. Otley does well to clear it though. That's going to go all the way down to Pearson. Jackson. Ooh. Leaves it for Hayek. Plays it up to Tarpey. Breaks his own. Lays it off Clancy. Takes an early shot.
Quick shot.
And now back the other way is Rogers. Jackson turns that round. Tarpey leaves it for Clancy. Clancy over to Dipnell. Dipnell in control behind the Sheffield net. Takes it up to the corner. Jackson puts it in low and hard, looking for the redirect. Hayek was there. In goes Clancy. Hayek's gone down. And we'll see what the call is here.
Well, it looked like either.
He's holding his mouth as well.
It looks like either the puck or the edge of a stick must have caught them as Sheffield tried to play that puck away. Either way, he's skating over to the bench, and team medics will have a quick look at that, make sure there's nothing serious about it.
Face-off between Rogers and Mauer. Fighting away, and it's knocked back into the zone once more as chased by Hyde. On the boards now, Ratcliffe to Bracegirdle. Cleared out. Picked up by Worthington Evans. Played over to Bracegirdle. 20 seconds now remain on that power play. Once more turned around by the Senators. Bracegirdle trying to create some separation between himself and Reiter using the net. And Worthington Evans almost caught in possession there, but Hyde picks that puck up well. Skates it in. There's the warning from Pearson as the gate opens. Humphreys back on the ice, and that's going to be an offside call on Mauer. So Humphreys straight back on the ice and into the action as he's into the face-off there with Hayek, who wins the draw. Jackson uses the boards, rings that all the way around, picked up by Dipnell far side. Knocks it on into the corner for Hayek. Hayek finds Dipnell at the blue, back to Hayek once more, lets it run though, picked up there by number 16, that's Stephen Weeks. Knocked on by Humphreys, finds Britton, takes his time. Lowe!
Oh, it's in!
Well, what a play between Britton and Lowe.
He skates down this right-hand side towards us, to the left of the netminder. Puck sails across the front, he just taps it in, and Pearson didn't even have a chance to see that coming. And Sheffield take the lead here at Planet Ice Widnes. It's now Widnes Wild 1, Sheffield Senators 2.
Once more we resume action after that second Trulls lone goal. And Britton trying to chase down Pearson. Humphreys skates in. Weeks does well to keep the shot. Running out, but Tarpey's picked it up. Sees an opportunity, lays it off for Hyde. Hyde on the wing, looks to cut in. Early shot, and it's wrapped up there by Hartley. Face off in the Sheffield zone. Proctor takes his time. Plays it off the boards. Kemp now back on the ice. Decides to dump it down towards Senators' net. Proctor again. Pushes that forward. Now Reiter. Skates in at pace. Slams the brakes on. Finds Proctor all alone. It's come off the back of a shirt. We've got another call. And that's a cross check. That's Mauer going to box, is it?
Well, he's not happy with the call, whatever it is.
So Mike Mauer goes the box for 2 minutes. We're going to have a Senators power play. Power play underway as Jackson gets the draw in for the Wild, and Dipnell clears out straight down. Otley picked up by Parks Britton. Lays it off for Lone. Lone, 2 to his name tonight already. Trying to find a short angle. Ahead. Back to Lone. Norwegian twisting and turning, creating space for himself. Gets it away. Humphreys. Ooh. Backhand through the slot. No one there. And Otley, plenty of time and space. Calmly picks that up, pushes it forward for Rogers. Rogers gets his legs going, gets round Clancy. Wow. Jackson forces him into the boards. It's laid off once more. Britton lays it back to Rogers. It's left to run for Otley. Otley back to Rogers. Otley once more. Takes a shot. Pearson spills it up. And Wild managed to clear the zone. 50 seconds now remaining in the power play. Rogers decides to put it into the middle there. Shot taken by a hand from the blue. And Otley can't control it this time. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Jackson's going to be back there for the Wild. Clear that all the way down onto net. Hajek has caused problems. Pearson puts Hajek against the boards. There's screams from the fans and the bench of the Wild. Jackson didn't see Hajek was still there. Went to chase the puck. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Trapdoor opens. Out comes Mauer. Shot on net as Pearson saves that.
Well, things getting a bit heated here now, Ben.
Jordan finds a head. Reiter. Pass cut out by Tarpey. Trying to pick it up and dig it out there. The template. It's going to be Hughes of the Wild. But you see the Wild trying to get forward to Hajek. Do so. Hajek fans on the shot. Mauer's there for support though. Behind the net was Parks Britton. We've got a call coming. It's another call. A slashing call. And is that on Mauer? It is, so no sooner is he back on the ice, Mike Mauer's being sent to ride the pine once more. You can see his disbelief there. And the officials now just having a word with him. So back to the box goes Mauer. Back on the board goes the number 85 for 2 minutes. And back down to the Wild end goes Sheffield.
Yeah, power play for Sheffield now. Let's see if they can make this pay.
Immediately won by the Wild and tried to be pushed out. Otley gets a quick pass from ahead. And Otley puts a high into the netting over the plexi, and that's going to be a souvenir for a fan.
Kemp having a word with the official there. Clearly they're a bit disgruntled about the penalties called on Mauer, but best not argue with Mr. Official.
Neutralised face-off. Humphreys knocks it to Britton, to Otley immediately. Put forward by Truls Lone. Lone into the corner. Hughes, great poke check. Again, gloves are out the air. Little bit of forward check pressure from Clancy, turns the Senators around. And they're forced to dump it in, chase it in there with Britton. Britton held up against the boards between Clancy and Kemp. Shot comes in from Humphreys, skating on the back door. Ahead again, puck pops up, down. Lone in control. Britton leaves it to Otley. Otley takes a shot, it's come off Clancy. It's out the zone, and Clancy's going to chase that down. Ahern does well to keep possession somehow. Decides to skate it into the corner. Minute now of this power play remains. Big shot in from Humphreys, great save, Hartley. Lone brought down by Hughes. Manages to kick it out to Ahern back at the point. Now Lone in the corner once more, causing all sorts of problems as Hughes seems to have the measure of him there and puts it into the opposite corner. 30 seconds remain. Quick line change all round. They found Humphreys on the overlap. Shut the door there by Toth. Hajek back the other way. Still Hajek leaves it for Tarpey. Tarpey shot. Well, what a play that was. Jakob Hajek. Great awareness to find Tarpey skating in behind him. But Mark Hartley had the read of the pair. Great save.
Nice little feedback from Tarpley there, just trying to smack it in.
Face off now in the Sheffield zone. Quick shot in from Hajek. 10 seconds remain on the penalty to Mauer. Reiter tries to get the Jets going. Knocks it forward. There goes the door for Mauer. Shot in, what a save, Pearson. Face off, once more in the wild zone. Comes the way of Sheffield Senators, and they seem to be winning all those face-offs tonight in the crucial zones. As Worthington Evans does well to try and clear that out. Bell manages to find the puck underneath him, puts it back into the play. Two players go down, that's Reiter and Worthington Evans, but it's gone the way of the Wild. Bell comfortably picks that up, finds Otley, decides to dump it in once more. Senators now being forced to the dump and chase tactic. Picked up by Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe plays that out off the boards. It's caught by the official skate. Scooped up there by Rogers. All the way back to Bell. Otley lets it run. Hyde keeps the play alive for the win this while though. Does well to force it in. It's going to be chased down by Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe and Rogers. Pushed round all the way opposite corner. And Wild just going point to point around the boards as shot comes in from Britton. Great save once more, Pearson. Wild here looking to catch the Sheffield Senators on the change. Ratcliffe has the door shut on him there though by Proctor. And back the other way. Jackson's just going to take that out of the way of Lone. Well, back in for Hyde.
We're at the midway point in this game. So
Hyde, still Hyde.
Oh!
Takes the shot up and over the net. And it was almost as if none of the Sheffield players wanted to get in his way.
Well, he's got talent. He can put those away if he's given the opportunity. But as I was just about to say, Ben, we're at the midway point in this game. And it's tilted ever so slightly in the favour of the away team so far.
As Lone for the Senators. Oh, Humphreys looking for the tap in wide. And again, second shot. Side net and saves Pearson. Jackson. Great board play by Humphreys to hold him up. Managed to get it out Lone to Humphreys. Back to Lone. Wild inject themselves into there. Proctor. It's going to be Jackson gets hold of that. Tried to find Dicknell. They've managed to knock it out the zone finally. And that's going to be an icing call.
And would it be fair to say, Ben, Sheffield have seen more action onto the Wild goal than the Wild have on the on the Senators' goal.
We're going to get a face-off, wild zone. Jackson clears out, and yes, Gary, I totally agree with you. Hartley has hardly seen any rubber this period, and Paul Pearson has been absolutely pepper-potted with it. And here we go again as Wild turn the puck over in the Sheffield zone. Sheffield straight back on that attack. Clancy, key cut-out pass to Rogers there. Skates straight in, finds Hadjic. Hadjic trying to find Dipnell. Stretch pass over the other side of the rink. Dipnell given time to move, get the shot off. Clancy was trying to block the vision of Hartley.
And in his current form at the moment, Ben, Dipnell's one of them guys that I'd put my money on putting one in the net tonight.
So face off in the Sheffield zone. Kicked straight out. Little bit of a foot race there between Rogers and Kemp. Kemp takes his time. Knocked forward again. Mauer with pace into the corner. G scoops up that loose puck. Taking his time, trying to find a man out of the slot. Again, Mauer puts it in.
Wow.
Hartley sticks it away. Played around Kemp. Hughes decides to play it back for Kemp. Kemp tries to play it back for G. Picked up there once more by Weeks. Icing waved off. G for the Wild. Once more, Hughes. Played around well, but intercepted there. Weeks immediately turns around for Britton. Armstrong tried to get a stick in the way. Humphreys looked like he was winding up for a shot. Mauer rides him into the boards for it.
Oh,
Kemp
just nice and slowly across the face of goal.
all the way into the other corner, and there's another icing call. Face off down in the Senator zone. Otley immediately cut out by Hyde. Hyde puts it in straight in on net. Well, what an opportunity that was. Picked up by Ratcliffe, puts it in for a second time. Puck runs all the way over. Humphreys manages to clear the zone. Picked up by Lone. Lone feigns Brace Girdle. Keeps the puck, takes a shot, runs wide. Put back in once more and scooped up by Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe tries to find Hyde. Picked up by Parks Britton. Humphreys decides to test Pearson once more. Brace Girdle misses his check but ties the puck up on the board. Britton's in there. Great board play again by the Wild. Taking out the play there was Jordan. Taking the time, looking for a man in the slot again. Out in front, Hartley had his glove down on the ice, ready to scoop that up. Humphreys hustled out the play. Jackson dumps it in, 6 minutes remaining in the period. Hyde, well, he was right out in front there. Hartley got down to scoop that up. Hyde just took it out of the reach of his glove.
Yeah, he runs into the back of Ricer.
That's a late hit call, is it, or a boarding call? That's gone on Jordan. So, penalty assessed to the Sheffield Senators. To Doug Jordan means the Wild are back on the power play. And it's a late hit call. Hadjic trying to find Clancy. Turned around very quickly. Tarpey finds Hadjic again with a backhand pass. Hadjic round the net. Quick. 1-2. Well played. What a play to witness. Wild. Right off the training ground.
They circled that puck around the back of the Senators' net. Fed it out to Tarpey and he fires one home. Past Hartley to tie things up here late in this second period, and it's now Widnes Wild 2, Sheffield Senators 2. Puck
drops once more as We get back underway from that Matt Tarpey goal. Get the Wild back in this game with 5:16 remaining in this second period. Mauer trying to drag the puck over. And Wild with that power play goal. The first one of the evening, I might add, Gary. Reiter tried to turn that in. Armstrong flicks it on. G does well to regain possession. Chris G through the middle. Goes right through all his blue shirts. Into the corner. Sets the Wild up once more in the Senators' zone.
And the Wild have got the bit between their teeth now. They can sense another one.
Armstrong.
Oh, dear me. Chris G.
Is that G in a hand?
Yeah, it looks like it, yep. And a couple of times there, Chris G. Obviously getting goaded in the back, but he's swinging behind him. And quite rightly, player sent to the penalty bench.
Now I can see that the trapdoor's open here and the Wild penalty box for a second player, so it's a 2+10. And skating over now to ride the pine will be Sam Anderson. So he's going to sit the penalty.
Not the kind of action he wants to be seeing, is it? Thank you very much.
So face-off immediately won by the Wild. Dumped all the way down the Sheffield zone. So, roughing plus misconduct. Serve to G. That's a 2+10. And now, Senators.
Oh.
Well, is that Dipnell there? Brought down just to the side of Hartley. I think Dipnell thought he was tripped. He just sat on the ice for a second waiting for the call. Face off. Won by the Senators as they try and take advantage of that Chris G penalty. Humphreys takes his time, skates it in. Dumped round, going to be picked up by Kemp to a hand. Holding it up once more, low. Kicks it out there for Britton. Britton immediately shut down by Kemp. Cleverly and calmly kicked out the zone again by Tarpey. Now the Wild. Miscommunication. Britton to Humphreys. Humphreys takes a shot on. Britton again. Recovers the loose puck. Keeps the play alive. Otley. Low. Puts himself into the boards. Well, he must have...
The invisible man did that, I'm sure he did.
The presence of Lee Kemp. As Hartley... Well, he tried to find a quick sucker punch on the change. Lone. But all the Wild on the ice now. Again, into the corner. 10 seconds remain on the penalty. First man out will be Anderson. Big hit!
Oh, and I don't...
And Otley and Tarpey.
Yeah, Otley hasn't come off the best on that one.
Well, out in front, it's got in! The Wild have managed to get that in, it's trickled in! And a series of events, and Otley's fuming.
Well, interesting enough, it looked like it hit Hartley and bobbled, rolled into the net, but the Senators are appealing for a penalty, I'm sure. Otley certainly asking why play wasn't stopped after he got hit, but he just seemed to come off the worst off one of his own boardings there. But so far, the timekeeper's bench is just calling the official back over, but so far, that score still remains on the screen and on the scoreboard. and it stands.
Action back underway as Hayjack immediately finds Clancy. Clancy takes a shot, just run wide to Hartley's net. And the Wild have suddenly found a burst of energy out of somewhere.
Yeah, I've got to say, Ben,
this has gone up another gear.
For a good portion of that second period, the Wild have not been on the winning side there. They seem to be struggling a bit as Sheffield were getting a good grip on this game.
And the goal going to Hayjack, so it's a Hayjack goal. As the Wild edge out towards the end of this second period. Put back in once more. Scooped up there by Clancy. Takes it into the corner. U-turn trying to find Dipnell. Runs out and Jackson's forced to pick up the scraps.
Yeah, tempo certainly stepped up a pace here.
Ahead, picks that puck up. Unfortunately, his man was still in the zone. Good effort. Dipnell takes another shot. Hartley.
Oh!
Hayjack. Well, it's been blown. One minute 15 remaining on the clock, and still only a 1-goal game, Gary. It's anyone's, but as we always say, that next goal will be crucial. It's either going to get the Senators back in this game or edge the Wild out further. Pearson out of his net again.
That was a chip. Oh, how did he get away with that? A risky move there by
Humphreys.
Pearson.
Well, read well there by Kemp. Got his stick in the way. Drops that puck once more. Again, Senators win. Otley puts it behind the Wild net, but Hyde's going to be first man there. Has his pocket pinched by Lowe.
Oh, it's in!
And it's in!
Oh my goodness! And no sooner do I say it, and the Wild give up the puck, and it's fired in there just from the side, right past Pearson, and before you know it, Sheffield have pulled it back here to tie things up. It's now with this Wild 3, Sheffield Senators 3, and there's 34 seconds remaining in this period.
Mr. Williams drops the puck.
Oh!
Loses his edge. Lowe trying to chip away at it. Hyde kicks out the zone. So Humphreys with a goal to his name tonight. We knew it'd come at some point. He scored too many this season not to have been involved tonight.
Yeah, he's lethal when he gets the opportunity, and he's just proved it there.
Britton decides to try and get it over to Humphreys once more. Toth does well to seal the door. 2-1, there's your buzzer. And what a period that is, Gary.
Well, as I said it earlier, a good portion of that seemed to be tilted in the favour of the away team as they were edging away with that 1-goal lead. But with this tie things up, and then just when you think it's all over for the period, with this pull one in front, look like they've got it in the bag, and Sheffield level things up. It's now the end of the second period here at Widnes, and we've got ourselves a game. It's Widnes Wild 3, Sheffield Senators 3. Join us after this break.
Dunarmus Sportswear. Sponsors have dropped the puck. Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Both teams come to the centre ice to get this third period underway. 3 goals apiece. It's all to play for. And we're off.
It's exciting, Ben.
I am salivating a little bit, Gary, I won't lie. As Hayjack immediately sees an opportunity. Hartley tries to stick it away, but only puts it back onto Hayjack. It's turned around, though, by Humphreys Lone. Finds Britton. Britton into the corner. Jackson dispossesses him. Push around once more again. Okay. So, the third witness wild goal now being accredited to Sam Anderson, which is his first home ice goal for the senior team. He'll be happy with that.
Well, he will, considering he was spending a little bit of time for a 10-minute penalty on that bench. That wasn't his fault.
Left-hand side of Pearson in the wild zone. Taking control of that is Kemp. Finds Hyde. Hyde turns up ice. Tries to shake Reiter off. Oh, and the puck just coming over the plexiglass there.
Missing one of the fans. And that's a present for someone.
Face off, neutral ice. Rogers and Tarpey. Fought well.
Oh, no one knew where that was then.
Reiter, as Hughes didn't want to skate onto that. Just let Reiter skate onto it. But now,
no,
ahead. Weeks holding on. Strange angle pass onto the stick of Hughes, who dumps it straight into the corner. Once more, Weeks kicked on by Ratcliffe. Hyde trying to pursue Weeks. Tarpey trying to pick his pocket.
Stolen.
Hyde out in front, looking for someone. Reiter's there though. Ratcliffe. And there's going to be a penalty here. It's going to be on Charles Ratcliffe. And that's a cross-check. So Ratcliffe skates to the box.
And that hands Sheffield the opportunity of a power play. Can they capitalise on that, Ben?
So opportunity to take control of the game as Sheffield now on the power play. Put it into the corner again, Humphreys. Holding it up. Ahead, keeps the play alive once more. Intercepted there by Jackson. He's dumped that all the way down for Hartley. Otley. Cycles it round with Lone. Humphreys again puts it in. Picked up by a hand on the blue just. Handed off to Dipnell. Dipnell skating forward. Doesn't go at pace. Just wants to go nice and slow and chew the clock up. Takes a shot. Good angle. Forces a save out of Hartley. Dipnell behind the Sheffield net. Using his experience there, just holding the puck between his skates, chewing that clock up, and there's only 58 seconds now remaining. Humphreys skates it over, takes a shot, it's in! Tom Humphreys bags himself another one.
Well, he's a prolific goal scorer for them, and he was one of the nominations, I believe, for Player of the Month last month. This guy knows where the net is, and he's bagged another one tonight here for Sheffield. It's now, with this Wild 3, Sheffield Senators 4.
Back into action once more come the Wild. Now trying to recover after that Tom Humphreys goal. Can they get something out of this? Anderson forced out by Rogers. Cuts back inside from Auer. Puck turned over. Senators smell an opportunity. Rogers on the break. Puts it straight back on there. He gets ridden into the boards hard by Hughes. Still out in front. It's scrappy but cleared.
Yeah, he never got that.
And now Armstrong's got the Jets going. Tries to beat out Jordan. Plays it off the boards. Kemp turns it on for Anson. Anson again. Dumps it in. Jordan plays it down. Kemp takes his time. Head up. Doing well, Jordan. Can be picked up now by Rogers. Turned over by Hyde. Hyde shoots. Great save. Well, Ratcliffe picks up the rebound. And now Brooks Smith knocks it forward. Templer once more.
No one there.
As the full team's gone for a line change. Didn't get the memo. Handed it over. Templer to Britton. Backhand. Straight into the chest of Pearson. But what an opportunity.
Yeah, and Brooks Smith there all on his own. No one's a pass to.
Face off. Goes the way of the Wild. Tough, taking the time. Push it forward. Skates it over. Big shot on.
Nice shot.
Hajek. Missing by inches. And Humphreys the goal scorer. Also, like Lone, 2 goals to his name tonight. Both on the same line looking for that hat-trick. Clancy's fed the puck forward. Round the back of the net with Lone. Lone steals that. Back the other way. It's end to end in this third period. Lone to Humphreys. Given away. Knock forward Clancy. Great pass to Dipnell. Dipnell skates into the zone. Finds Hajek. Hajek off the skate. Towards Hartley's net. Forced stick outside save. Again. Finds Dipnell.
Get it away. Oh no.
Senators. Panic stations.
Yeah, nobody seems to want to go for that then.
Hughes calmly feeds that back to Kemp. 6 minutes of this third and final period gone now. Armstrong holds his man up against the board. Support arrives. Rogers skates it in. Takes the shot into the glove of Pearson. Both teams not backing down.
Yeah, that man Rogers, some speed, manages to gather that puck and speed down the side there, fires a shot on goal. But Widnes got the measure of him.
Face off in the Wild zone. Won by the Wild, put in by Otley once more though. And Tarpey's managed to get a break on here. Finds Hyde. Hyde!
What a save!
Hyde still in possession though. Reiter shoved off the puck. And Wild managed to regain after that little flurry. Jay still serving part of his 10-minute penalty, but getting ready to come back to the ice. Quick line change. Scooped up there. Proctor tries to find Bailey Templer. Opportunity is looking on the break again once more. Dipnell tried to find Clancy on the overlap. Jordan's going to be first man there. Jackson. Dipnell. Toth tries to find Dipnell. Proctor's there first though. Digging away at that was Jackson. Managed to knock it forward for Toth to get onto it.
Well, it's end to end at the moment, Ben.
Toth loses his edge and pushes the puck round. Picked up by Jordan. Dumped on net. Toth. Little bump in the ice, kicks up. Jackson just gloves that down. Decides not to release while Lone circling just out in front. Goes round. Britton. Takes a shot,
Oh!
Clancy. Skating in, was there for the rebound was Hadjak.
Yeah, that'd have been loose, he'd have had that.
Now Lone, all the way back. Cut out there by Jackson. Rogers can't get to it. Still Tom Jackson doing well. Drives it into the zone. Hadjak can't get there. Picked up by Hughes once more. Jackson gets onside. Shot by Hughes. It's between the legs of Hartley. And back onto the ice comes Chris G.
Where's it gone?
Face-off is going to be down in the Sheffield zone. Howard does well, holds that up. Ahern clears it out though. Kept in once more by Kemp. No, Kemp couldn't clear it out. I thought he managed to get his stick all over that, but kept in by Templar into the corner once more. Hughes, quick pass to Mauer on the boards. Mauer tries to find Armstrong. Armstrong rides the body, gets the puck off. Rogers just gets the stick in the way of Anderson. Shot in from Ahern. Wright is there to pick up the scraps. Puts it into the corner once more, and Sheffield doing great work to just maintain the puck in the wild zone. It's going to be an offside call. So neutralised face-off out in front of the witness bench. Scooped up by Tarpey, straight forward by Hyde. Hyde, well, Aaron Bell there with a great little poke check, just disrupted the flow. Hyde finds Tarpey. Tarpey gets it back to Hyde. And it's blown dead there as there's a play down.
Yeah, they chopped the puck against the side of the net.
Face off now. In the centre zone. Ratcliffe reads the opportunity, gets in there, takes a shot on Hartley. Forces a little save. Tarpey, again, with Ratcliffe. Brace Girdle, picks up the scraps. Both players offside. So Otley picks that puck up easily. Quick line change from Widnes. Otley now skates forward. Hayjack. Clancy was bursting in. Writer now, but the other way. Humphreys again. Oh. Right in that danger zone.
Yeah, couldn't quite get that set up.
And Humphreys dispossessed. Hayjack finds Clancy. Clancy leaves it for Hayjack. Hayjack. Dipnell looking for the redirect, and great read of the play there from Proctor.
In the right place at the right time then.
Clancy does well to keep the play moving the direction of Wild Ones. Dipnell now recovers that puck. He's pushed it forward for Clancy. Gingerly puts it behind the net. Hayjack taking out the play. Toth picks it up once more into Hayjack in the corner, and the Wild now, as the fans get behind him, trying to establish something late in this third.
Oh, it's flipped up in front of him.
Dipnell still fighting away, unable to get control. He's disappointed himself, and Reiter kicks that down towards the Wild zone. Skating it all the way through. It's Toth. Look to backhand it into the slot. Ahern had the measure of him now. He's kept the door shut. Knocked forward there by Humphreys. Great. Well, Armstrong sees that, skates up and gets his stick in the way, and it goes into the Sheffield bench. Out of play. Sheffield really going to town to park the bus now, Gary.
Yeah, they're doing enough to thwart the Wild as they try and put a bit more pressure on that net. But still holding on to that one goal lead.
Face off goes the way of the Wild. Kemp has his pass intercepted by Humphreys. Humphreys takes a shot. Saved by Pearson. He's managed to glove it away. Kemp now pinning Humphreys into the corner. gone down. Mauer on the puck. Finds Armstrong. Takes a shot straight into the chest of Hartley. Face off in the Sheffield defensive zone. Won by the Wild. Put in there by Withington Evans. Hearn's going to be first man there though. Clears it out. Got Reiter. Sorry, not Reiter. Apologies. Brooksmith. As Brooksmith brought down. Cries from the Sheffield bench. Brace Girdle's in there though. They've turned it around the other way. Shot off the leg pad to Ratcliffe, who's really going to town.
Still got it.
Ratcliffe takes a shot.
Oh!
What an effort, Charlie Ratcliffe.
He deflected up into the back nets there.
Face off. Back in the Sheffield zone. Jackson keeps the puck alive. Sheffield managed to clear it out. They've cleared it onto the stick of Templar. Tried to get it over Brooksmith. Brooksmith tries to leave it on for
stolen.
Otley. And Toth does well to control that play. Clancy knocks it over. Gets a body on from Bell for that. Clancy intercepts the clearance. Hajek takes a shot.
Oh!
Well, Dimnall was posted just the other side of Hartley. Still going. Digging away. Denied once more.
How many players in that blue paint area, Ben?
Hajek again. Dimnall
Oh,
with the
again.
redirect. Oh, and the foul. Lone on the break. Truls Lone.
Oh, it's in!
Well, Truls Lone waves the wand. Suckers in Pearson and just lets the puck trickle by.
Well, there you go. Classic counter-attack. As Sheffield steal the puck, scoot up to the other end of the ice and slot one home to extend their lead here at Widnes Planet Ice. It's now Widnes Wild 3, Sheffield Senators 5, and we've got a timeout.
So, Gary, Coach Clancy's there now. What's he saying to the Wild? They've got 6 minutes, 31 left in this game. Truls Lone's just got his hat-trick goal. And Lone and Humphrey seem to have the run of the Wild zone at the moment.
If I was Coach Clancy, I'd be telling them to carry on doing what they're doing, which is putting a lot of pressure on the Senators' net. But they've got to be careful of those breakaways. We've said it all through this game. The Senators have got speed skaters there who could break away lightning pace. They need to be able to counteract that. But more of the same, because they have been peppering Hartley with rubber in this third period.
Action resumes after that lone goal and the timeout. And Humphreys immediately puts it straight onto the net of Pearson. Jackson behind his net. Brings it out. Knocks it up to Tarpey. Takes it on. Shot in. Late save there from Hartley. Knocked away. It's going to be skated over there. Jackson picks it up. Humphreys again just dumps it straight back down, and that's all Sheffield needs to do. Just keep dumping it down into that Wild zone, letting the Wild play out as Clancy picks it up, tries to go around Proctor, and it's Humphreys again. Well, between Pearson and his man there, looks like they've kept the puck out. But Humphreys picked that up in the low slot. It was Clancy on the floor. Picked it up low slot, turned, tried to backhand it over Pearson on a Wild escape.
Dare I say it, Ben? Wild playing a bit of a dangerous game at the moment.
Well, one would think if it continues this way, you'd fancy them to pull Phil Pearson, get that sixth skater on his Hyde, skating in backhand, looking for the man out in front.
How did that not go in?
It's still in play. Hyde again, backhand, out front. G and Kemp digging away at it.
Well, it would appear, is it number 10 there?
Aaron Bell.
Yeah, Aaron Bell is sitting on the puck because it's
very much like the Clancy moments ago up the other end of the ice.
Yeah, it's buried underneath the player, and that's played dead. Opportunity missed again by the Wild.
Mr. Horner just signalling to Lee Kemp there. It was inches from going over.
Don't.
So face off, Sheffield zone. Proctor tries to clear it out. Hughes does well to keep it in. Across the face there. Hyde's going to be first man over for the Wild. Tries to get around Reiter, does so. Given some space. High slot, shoots. Another leg pad save, and again Mauer with the rebound shot. Reiter clears it out. Picked up there by Rogers. Rogers got support in Templar, gets it over. Cut out, picked up there by Kemp. Kemp finds Mauer on the breakaway. Shot in off the leg pads there of Otley. It's gone into the corner and picked up by Hughes. Hughes finds Kemp, redirected once more. Rogers uses the boards to chip it out the zone. Worthington Evans dumps it the opposite corner as Wild go for a quick change. Now Otley, again held up by Worthington Evans. Otley just skates up the zone. Humphreys ahead of him. Humphreys got tough to beat. Shoots. Pearson has to get his stick on that and pushes that wide. Well, the 6s and 7s at the gates of the Wild. But here comes the number 6, Toth. Skates it in. Leaves it for Dipnell. Dipnell looking for Hadjek on the redirect back door. Lone pushes it up to Humphreys. Dumps it into the corner. Clancy and Britton. Clancy's there.
And Sheffield just holding 2 defenders back every time they go forward. Just enough to thwart the Wild.
Clancy loses the puck out there. Hadjek skates it in. Does well, Jakob Hadjek. Still with Dipnell. Backhand across the slot in the paint. No, turned around by Sheffield once more. Britton. All he's got to do is that and just dump it all away. And there's going to be an icing call. Face off. Won by Sheffield in their own zone. Humphreys takes control. Tries to find Lone on the break. Bracegirdle reads it well. Pearson just guides that away from his net. 3:18 now remaining in the game. 2 goals down of the Wild. Not for the love of trying. But this defensive unit of the Sheffield Senators certainly got the measure of Widnes tonight.
Well, what you've got to ask yourself, Ben, is where was that defensive unit last night? Because the Wild stormed to a 9-1 victory in Sheffield's own barn. They've obviously got
body
the measure
on from Humphreys. Flattens Jackson. Out front. Swing by Charlie Ratcliffe.
Yeah, Sheffield have certainly got the measure of them tonight.
Once more in the Sheffield defensive zone. Won by Hadjek. Tries to find Dipnell in the slot, but Brooks Smith holds him up. Brooks Smith holds that on the boards. Allows Otley in. Otley finds Reiter. Reiter into the opposite corner. Brooks Smith's going to pick that up. Puts it back in inside the final 2 minutes now. The Wild's hill is getting ever steeper to climb if they're looking to get back into this game. As Clancy, given all the room to skate in, into the corner. Clancy decides to go for an early pass. Net in the way. Now Hadjek. Hadjek back to Clancy. Dipnell. Finds Clancy. Clancy shot. Leg pad save. Toth. Under pressure from Hearn. Dipnell. Hadjek trying to turn and find space. Dipnell fanned on the shot. And now Hearn's got that for the Senators as they look to break forward again. Once more, Brooks Smith skates it into the blue. All alone. Didn't even think about taking a shot. Just calmly skated it into the open ice.
And Sheffield are playing a clever
final
game
minute
here
now. And you've got to think, will we see Pearson leave the ice? Jackson pushed forward, Ratcliffe. Out in front, again! There's Hyde with the goal! 46 seconds remain. A goal in it, Danny Hyde.
Well, he took that puck across the face of goal, taps it in. It's given the Wild a breath of fresh air and a chance now in these final few seconds to try and tie things up here. It's now Widnes Wild 4, Sheffield Senators 5.
Man, we're just having a word with the officials there. I think he was letting him know that they're going to pull Pearson.
Oh, and we've got a timeout.
Or are they going with another timeout? So, I've got to ask you, Gary, 46 seconds left. You can tie the game up. Do you put 6 skaters out there?
You've got to, really. You've got to. But the thing is, as we've already seen, Senators have got speedy guys. They can get that puck up there and slam it in and end this game very quickly. But if they can put enough pressure on, the Wild could steal this, and we could see overtime, Ben.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, Gary, but I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat because I love me a bit of overtime.
Well, it's yet to be seen. I'm sure Hartley and the rest of the Senators will have a say in that. But 46.2 seconds remaining.
And Pearson's skating into the bench. 6 offensive skaters come out for the Wild.
Well,
they're rolling the dice.
If you wanted intention, you've got it right there.
Humphreys immediately with that face-off as Jackson pushes it forward. Ahern tries to clear it. Hadjek out in front. Jackson scraping away. Tarpies. Oh, well, he's managed to keep it in. Tough. Puts it back in once more. Runs wide. 28 seconds remain. Tough. Puts it across. Tarpey doing well. Shoots on sight, and they've managed to clear the puck up to the other end.
Oh no!
18 seconds. It's going to be an icing call.
Well, you couldn't call this any closer.
Well, the officials were saying Lone was getting there, so it wasn't an icing call, but they've pulled it back.
Senators certainly arguing with the official on the far side there in front of the bench, but
17.8 seconds decide the game for the Widnes Wild. Weeks being told to go back into his bench.
Humphreys just putting his gloves back on.
Tarpey and Humphreys in for the face-off. Action back underway. It's kicked out to Dipnell. 13 seconds looking for a redirect again. Hadjek.
8,
Jackson
7,
out in front. It's cleared once more.
6, 5, 4,
3, 2. That's going to be your
1.
game. The Senators have managed to hold on despite the roll of the dice by the Wild. And what a turnaround from last night's result that is.
Well, that's got to be a slap in the face for the Wild, because they must have been confident coming into this one after that result last night. But the Senators have certainly come here tonight with a game plan to do a job, and they've certainly done that and handed the Wild a shock result in their own barn. It's finished here at Planet Ice Widnes. Widnes Wild 4, Sheffield Senators 5. We're going to go down to the tunnel and have a word with the coaches and some players. Join us after this very short break.
Dunarmus Sportswear, sponsors of Drop the Puck. Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
And with Tom Humphries, the Sheffield Senators. Tom, an impressive performance out there tonight. Close game, but you've walked away with the W.
Yeah, it's always nice to come here and get 2 points. They're a good team, especially in their own rink. Got a lot of players. We've come with less guys than normal. I think we've worked hard and shown at the end the round of applause the fans gave us. I think they appreciate that, we're a good team.
Now, last night's result, obviously, it was different. It was a bit one-sided last night. What changed in 24 hours?
I think the small rink helps us, surprisingly. I know we train on a big rink, we play there at home, but the systems that we play, we play well in small rinks. Telford, here, everywhere else. It suits our game a lot more. We've got a lot of young guys that have got wheels mixed in with some others, and it does totally suit our game.
Now, that is one thing we picked up on the commentary, the ability of Sheffield to just break out in the speed. You got the likes of yourself, Truls, a couple of other guys there, all obviously scored tonight as well. What's it like playing on those sort of lines?
It's really good. We've coaching staff have changed in the last couple of months. Stevie's jumped in, I've stepped up a little bit, and Dougie as well. So we've changed a lot of systems, we've tried a lot of different lines, and guys are buying into what we're doing. And I think it shows tonight. We've got Truls back who wasn't here yesterday. We're mixing and matching an awful lot. And I think, Widnes, everyone else, they come with the same lines week in, week out. We've got a lot of juniors, a lot of different guys in, but it shows when we do turn up and play, we get good results. Now,
the win tonight does cement you in a 4th spot in the league. Playoff contention, was that always in the pipes for Sheffield?
Yeah, definitely. I think we can beat any team in this league. We really can, and I think it shows. I think there's apart from Blackburn, everyone else has beaten everyone. So we'd like to make the playoffs. We've still got the game against Altrincham that is up in the air where I think we've lost 2 points, but I'm not sure what's happening with that. So hopefully the rest of the season we stick as we are and get the playoffs.
Well, Tom, we wish to see you again and drop the puck soon, and best luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And with captain for the night, Lee Kemp. Lee, obviously wearing the C tonight, usually Danny Bullock's job. How is Danny after that injury last week at D-side?
He's fine. Obviously, I think it was just a bit of a weird coming together that he took. I don't think it was intentional by Snip, but it was a bit of a weird one. I think he was out cold before he even hit the ice, but we've done the necessary kind of procedure for him. I think he'll be out probably next week as well, just to, precaution. Give him a bit of a rest, and then I believe he'll probably even be back for the D-side game, I believe it is, or the Altrincham game, sorry.
Now, focus on tonight's game. Unfortunately, you walked away there on the bitter end of a 5-4 defeat, but what a game it was. What was the game plan going into tonight?
I think we kind of took what we did yesterday. I know it was bigger ice, obviously, in Sheffield yesterday. I think first period down there, we kind of got a bit complacent. I think we went in at the end of 2-1. Second and third, we kind of just spread the play out a little bit, used our speed out wide, and you could kind of see that in the scoreline, which just went up and up and up, and obviously we come away with a 9-1 win. So we wanted to kind of take that into tonight, carry on with our speed, move the legs, move the puck really well. Got a bit caught up sometimes, which is understandable. I don't think we played too bad. I think Sheffield was always going to be a different game. Obviously, like I say, smaller ice tonight. Sheffield can come with all their speed and their experience. So we knew it was going to be a different challenge tonight. But I'll still take the performance. I think the lads did really well.
Now attention's turned to the new signing, Danny Hyde. Still trying to work out the pronunciation. But wow, that guy's got some stick skill. We saw it early shot, and he's supported by a really good line there as well.
Yeah, we've. He came on Thursday training, looked kind of sharp. He's not been on the ice in a while, so we've got our other import Novak, but he's got a bit of an injury still at the minute. So we just thought we'll take on the other ICT and we'll take him, and then we can rotate all 3 imports now. So we've got a lot of options there. He looks good with Tarpey. They look really good tonight. They've both got fast speed. They've got hands. So they can score goals. As proven for tonight, I think he got 2 on his home debut, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, I think we got him down as credited as 2, and again, he's young. Well, he's young to the Wild squad, so he's still got time to develop and learn. Going forward, how important is he going to be to utilise that sort of play?
I think massively. Like I say, obviously, we rely a lot on Hadj. Every game, depending on different ice, we rely a lot on him for his speed and obviously his goal scoring from last year. So I think with having him, as the other import, he can kind of take a bit of load off Hadj, as you can see tonight, he can score goals. So I think we'll give him another couple of weeks to just find his legs a bit more, and I'm sure he's just going to bag us goals. And I think we've still got about 5 games in hand. So tonight, if we had won, I think we would have leapfrogged Sheffield in 4th. So we'll still take it. Like I say, the game's in hand. I think it can put us around 2nd-ish maybe now. So we'll take them. Hopefully we can win those 5, and like I say, just climb the leaderboard and see where we are.
Now, you talk about those games, importantly, those games, are to show are the big ones against Hull Jets riding high at the top there at the moment. How crucial are they that you take away the W from them each time?
Massively, absolute massive. I think before Hull, like I say, we've got another back-to-back against Oldham. They're massive games at the minute. They're flying. We've got another Blackburn game. We owe them from last week because we only won 4-2. Poor performance. And I think then we've got the Hull game. Like you say, they're sitting top, they're sitting pretty. Couple of more signings. They've took Ryan. But they were always a danger, Hull. I thought they'd tip them for this year. Always in and around there. They're a fantastic team, so it's going to be difficult. But, we'll lead up to that. We'll take it game by game. And then by the time we get to Hull, we might be in and around there, and we can go in with a mindset, and then, should be able to come away with the 2 points.
Well, Lee, we wish you and the Wild the best for the rest of the season. Hopefully we'll catch you again soon and drop the puck.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, Ben. That, I wouldn't have called that at the start, but I did say, would Sheffield have the measure? And they certainly came out here tonight all guns blazing. They wanted to prove a point.
I think you hit the nail on the head when we were talking on the commentary in between periods, was potentially, with skating so hard last night, did the Wild reveal all their cards to Sheffield? Did they show them the game plan and Sheffield just worked around it? Because it was quite clear tonight that there was a few times that the likes of Jordan got in the way, and Nathan Parks-Britton got in the way as well. And those quick cross-ice passes, very, very similar, mirroring the way that the Widnes play. Sheffield played almost Widnes at their own game and caught them off guard with it.
It was a bit of a shock, I must admit, and it was nice to see a team pass the puck out from defence straight up the ice, and straight away, as soon as that puck came out, a little tap to the outside, and that speed guy Rogers, he was there every time, and straight away Widnes were on the back foot. But the thing is, we were saying it at the start of the show, having those games in hand, it's nice, and I think Mike Clancy picked up on it in the last episode of Drop the Puck when we interviewed him after the Dragons game. They're confident, and they're looking to win the title basically. But you can't win titles when you lose games like this, especially at home.
Well, as Leisha said in the interviews there, they've still got big fixtures ahead of them. Widnes have still got to play Hull. Widnes have still got the Altrincham game, and Altrincham are in form at the moment. We know, the guys Steve Ness and Elliot Bain over there are doing a cracking job with the Aces, and the likes of Tom Sharrock and that are having a runaway season. So it's really a case of which train do you derail first?
Well, you've already hit the nail on the head there. Of course, the current standings as it is, Hull still holding on to that top spot there in the Labour Conference. Now, Widnes were looking to try and get that 4th spot. Can't get it. Senators are holding on to that currently. But of course, Widnes have got to play Hull 4 times, and that could come back to bite them later on in the season. That's going to be a tough game. Hopefully we manage to catch at least one of those. Who knows? Long way to go, yeah, but still a big mountain to climb for Widnes.
Yeah, certainly, it literally is. If Widnes don't really pull any points from those Hull games, they could find themselves not in that cellar battle maybe with like the Hawks and potentially the Dragons and that, but as it stands at the moment, it's with only having 8 teams in the league, it's very clinical and clear-cut these days. You're either top 4 or you're fighting in the bottom. There's no sort of mid-pack anymore, as proven with Telford. And I think it's going to be interesting to see whether Widnes can maybe use this as a bump start, hit back and bounce back up. And I think they're going to need to take that into Altrincham. On the other hand, though, Sheffield, they've still got some tough games ahead, and it's whether they can hold on to those points.
Well, it's a long way to go for that title race, but it's still certainly on for a lot of teams, including Widnes. Well, we've had a great day here at Plantage Widnes. The staff have been great as always. I've really enjoyed myself. I know you have, Ben.
Yep, and you can catch us next time we drop the puck.